Now let me talk to you about the trap called salary. All right, and this is one of the major things I want to address today. You see, depending on your understanding and the relationship you have built with your salary income, your salary can actually be a trap, or it can be a blessing if you know the right things to do. But if not, for most people, salary has become the trap of the greatness that they carry inside them. And I'm going to be telling you why and how. There are some hidden dangers that are associated with being a salary earner that many people don't know. And those are some of the things I want to show you today. Somebody said something that the three most harmful addictions in the world are heroin, carbohydrates, and a monthly salary. And I think I agree, because I've seen people who are salary earners do things that justify this statement. So what are the dangers that are associated with being a salary earner? The first thing I want you to see is that salary job is a very easy alternative for many. This salary job, like I said, is the easier alternative for most people. And of course, if you want to take the easy road, if you don't want to face difficult situations, you can ask most people who are wealthy, they have had to face difficult situations, right? So this is very, very important. Then the next danger is that, so on the first point, what it does for many people is that it helps them avoid any other thing that is capable of bringing them a greater financial benefits. But because what that does for people is that they tend to want to go with a salary job because it's very easy. So just go to work, do what you are told. At the end of the month, you get paid. They don't want to engage in things that will make them think, that will put pressure on their mind, such that bigger things can come out. So the next thing I want you to see is that salary job is addictive. Salary job is very addictive. What that means is this. I have personally known people that, when they were taking up this banking job, especially banking job, they told themselves, oh, I want to work for 2 years. This is my dream. I'm planning to start this company. I have this business idea. I want to start this NGO. I want to start this thing and that. And they feel like, oh, let me work for 2 years so that I can gather money. But you see, those people didn't realize, they didn't know that there is a trap that is at the workplace called salary. And there are so many ways by which that trap captures many people. The first thing that happens is that salary seems predictable because you are sure that at the end of the month, something is coming. And that's one of the good things about salary, but it's also a dangerous thing. So that security, in quotes, that assurance that, oh, at the end of the month, something is coming, is what has kept many people at their salary job, that they are not willing to pursue their dreams. Let me give you an example. If you want to start a business now, if you go to start business now, you don't have any assurance that at the end of the month, you'll be able to make as much money in your business as you will get from your salary. No assurance. You are not certain. What if you don't make money? And that's why people who are in business are people who have to people who are in business, they have to be hopeful that, you know, their effort will yield the expected result. But you see, it's coming at the end of the month. But that is the reason why many people have not been able to make it beyond where they are financially, because they are afraid of stepping out of the comfort zone of salary, right? So that makes it addictive. So there is an addiction that comes with being a salary earner that makes you think, it's better for me to stay with this job than to go and start something that you're not even sure what's going to happen with it. So it's addictive. Next is that it blinds many people to other financial possibilities. You see, as a human being, you carry a great capacity to generate wealth. The truth of the matter is, nobody was born to be rich and nobody was born to be poor. People become rich or poor by the things they practice and the decisions they make on a daily basis, right? So I don't know what you do currently, whether you are a salary earner or whatever business you do or whatever your income structure is. What I want you to know is that if you are generating a certain amount of money today, you can generate a lot more than that amount. If you know, the dangers of salary is that it blinds people to other financial possibilities. So they are stuck with their salary income, and that's one of the things that makes a salary job dangerous. But you see, like I said when we started, that when I'm talking like this, don't think against a salary job, because things we are still going to see in the future of this course is the purpose of salary. If you are a salary earner, how should you handle your salary? How should you relate with your salary? What are the purposes? Because if you don't understand the purpose of a thing, you will abuse it, right? So many people don't understand the purpose of salary and they've abused their salary, and that is why there is problem financially. So we are going to see that as time goes on, right? So the next thing I want us to see is that, and this is one of the biggest problem with a salary job, it turns people into money collectors and it destroys the money making abilities in them. Let me say this to you. Every single person that is on this earth has something in them that can generate wealth. As you are listening to me now, there is something that you have that God gave you that can generate wealth, that can generate a lot of money. You may not have discovered it, and that's one of the things we are going to be doing here. One of the reasons for this program is that we will help you to be able to discover some things in you that you have that can generate money. Every single person on this planet has something in them that can generate money, right? Beyond salary. Some people have not even thought about it. You may be in business. You think that that's what I'm talking about. No. God has given you something that if you discover it, it's going to make you wealthy. It's going to generate a lot of money for you. But you have to discover it, and then you have to start putting it to use, right? So salary makes people, it turns people to money collectors. There are two categories of people when it comes to how they generate income. There are money collectors and there are money creators. Those are the two categories of people that you will ever find. Money collectors and money creators. So you have to ask yourself, which of these two are you, right? So one of the things we are going to be doing in the subsequent classes is that I'm going to be showing you the difference between money creators and money collectors, and how you can switch from being a money collector to become a money creator, right? So we need to take note of that. The next thing I want to say, which is, of course, to buttress what I've said earlier, is that salary job has become the graveyard for many people's dreams, skills, abilities, and potentials. It has become the dumping yard for many people. Many people have taken a job, and because of that job, they've dumped their dreams. They've killed the goals that they used to have. Let me give you a story to round off this session. I was told a story. My father in the Lord told us this story of a woman that used to be a member of the church some years, many years ago. And he said one day, God told him to tell two people, to give a prophecy to two people, that this woman, I will focus on what he told this woman, that he told this woman that God said, go and resign from your teaching job. The woman was a teacher. That the Lord said, go and resign from your work and go and start a private school of your own. And this was many years back, when that time private schools are not everywhere like you have them today. That was many years ago. And then the woman felt like, oh, how will she survive if she leaves her job? And do you know that till today, that woman did not resign from her job to start that school? If she had taken the courage to step out and start that school like she was told that time, her school would have been one of the leading educational institutes in the state today. But you see, she was too married to a salary job, which was predictable. So she didn't, a salary job became the trap for the greatness that could have come out of her life if she had dared to do what she was told to do. And if there is anything I want you to pick from today's class, it is because it is that you should not let your salary job become the trap of your greatness. Don't let your salary job become the trap of your potentials. Don't let it become the many people are working at a job today that they are not finding fulfillment at that job. But they have to keep doing it because at least that's the only way of livelihood. That's the only way they can put food on the table for their family and things like that. But little does these people know that there is something else that can fetch you greater money than the salary job. So staying glued to the salary job such that you don't have time to try or to do any other thing is not going to help anyone. Just like we have said earlier, ultimately it's going to result in financial crisis. And let me proceed, even though there is another story I would have loved to tell you. Another problem with a salary job is that it gives people an executive mindset. Let me put it this way. You see, if you are a salary earner and your income is low, your income is very small. In fact, it's not even enough to take care of you, and you are suffering. It may be easy for you to come to terms with some of the things I'm saying. It may be very easy for you to accept some of the things I'm saying now as reality, and you want to do something about it. But let's picture this other scenario. A person who has a comfortable salary job that is earning a big amount of money every month, right? That person's situation is actually more dangerous than for a person who is not well paid. Because one side of the story is that you are stick to your salary job because that's the only way you can survive. That's the only way you think you can survive. But another side of the story, which is more dangerous, is someone that actually has a job that is paying him well. I have used the example of somebody earning 50,000 the other time. Now, imagine somebody that is earning 500,000 every month. To your mind, you think, oh, this person is a big man. But the truth of the matter is that all of the things we have said still applies to that person, because whatever is happening there, that person is not the one that controls. He has no control over what happens at that place of work. If the company folds up, the person is still going to come back to what we are talking about. If anything happens and the person is out of job, the person is going to come back to. But what I want to show you here is that, and why I said this particular one is actually more dangerous, is that when you have a salary job that is well paid, that is paying you a lot of money, that is a very good way. It offers you a very good platform to forget about your personal dreams. It offers you a very it offers you a comfortable life, in quotes. And this gives you an executive mindset. I was going to explain what executive mindset is. Imagine a bank manager. I'm not even sure whether banks have that kind of money to do the same thing for people like they used to do before. But imagine somebody that is working somewhere that your salary is big. They give you a house that you are living in. They give you an official car. They give you a driver. They give you, in fact, the house they brought you to live in is already furnished. It's already furnished. You don't need to buy anything. Just come in and start living. Everything you need is in the house. Now, that is a dangerous kind of life, because if care is not taken, because I have personally I've seen people, or I've heard about people that actually had that kind of a lifestyle, and it led them into serious problem. The danger there is that if care is not taken, that person may assume that level that he's living is his real level. You wake up in the morning, you call your driver, he takes you around. The company pays the salary of the driver. It can make you forget that house you are living in is not your house. It can make you forget that car is not your personal car. It can make you forget that all those things you are enjoying, they are not things that belongs to you personally. And if care is not taken, by the time something happens to that job, all those privileges also go away automatically. I have seen people in that kind of situation, and it's very, very heartbreaking. I used to know a bank manager that lost his job like that. And in one day, they collected the house, they collected the car, they collected everything, and he didn't have where to go. He had to go and put up with a friend. And before you know what's happening, the wife of the friend is not comfortable. He doesn't have somewhere to put his family. The wife had to go back to go and stay with her siblings and things like all kinds of messy things like that. So it's a danger. And because of this danger, you can actually find somebody earning 50,000 that is serious and has vision, achieve many things in life than somebody that is earning 500,000 that is a stupid person, or that assume that being an executive and the privileges that comes with it is actually his real level. Your real level are the things you can do personally without any external help. So that is a very dangerous thing. So let me go on, because my time is fast spent. This is a few minutes to 11. Now, the last thing I want you to see about salary job is that it limits people's financial IQ. It limits people's financial IQ. And I'll quickly give you the definition of financial IQ. What does financial intelligence, what does it mean? Financial intelligence is that part of our total human intelligence that we use to deal with financial situations, make financial decisions, and solve financial problems. I won't waste your time. I will just give you a simple test. How do you test your financial IQ? Your financial intelligence is seen in how you spend money. Basic. If you want to know how financially intelligent you are, check the things you spend money on. Are they more of liabilities or are they more of assets? Are they more of things that can give you a better future, or are they more of things that will put you in problem in the future? Like that bank manager I told you that when he was out of the job, he didn't have a house to go to, but he had exotic cars. You can imagine he was parking. That was the time that this new B2, this Japa just came, and it was very, very expensive that time. He had that. He didn't have a house, but he gathered money to buy that car, as expensive as it was at that time. He would park that car in front of his friend's house where he was cutting and things like that. Before long, he didn't even have money to buy fuel in the car. So what am I trying to say is that salary tends to deceive people, and it tends to lead them to make wrong decisions that tend to wreck them financially, especially because they know that next month, another money is coming next month. So the one they get this month, they spend it anyhow. That's executive mindset. Anybody that behaves like that lacks financial intelligence. And my interaction with a lot of salary earners shows that most salary earners don't have financial intelligence, right?